Hey Virgo, this is your general read for the week of the 14th. Cards are already shuffled. We're just going to dive right on to it now. Let's see what's going on for Virgo, week of the 14th. All right. I think, I don't know if you had this actually before. You might have. These are all in reverse. Wow. Choices, transformation, and the impossible, all in reverse. Now we'll get down to that in a minute. We'll see what that actually is. But off the bat, what that actually looks like is choices in the past have gotten you in a position that has the results of which are still happening. I think there's choices which obviously would be considered negative choices, or choices maybe that were not in your best interest. Okay. I am feeling this is you specifically when it comes down to things. And you getting over this is a very, very difficult thing, or you getting past this, or the transformation is what is impossible. It's what you feel is impossible. Impossible is not a negative card. Understand that, okay? This is something that appears to be impossible, but you do it anyways. So it's very, very beautiful. But when it comes down, and it really does come down, especially with the figure 8, that the hummingbird actually uses when it flies. It also symbolizes really that this is something you don't have to tiptoe on. This is something you could fly. This is something you can just rock out. But are you actually doing it? And that's the real point. With it in reverse, it just says that no, you are actually not doing this as yet. But it also, with the figure 8, it's about how things from the past, the infinity symbol tied to the present. And then it does have to do with choices in the past that put you in a stage that you are not enjoying at this particular point in time. Transformation, butterfly. So it's really letting you know, where are you at this point in time in this transformation, based on some choices of the past. I think there's actually probably some corroborating choices that have actually resulted after the fact that you're probably not digging too much. Yeah, 5 of Cups. That's right. Yeah, the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so that's clarifying the choices. So definitely the choices were something that you're not enjoying. Choices were not the best. Sun in reverse and the Devil. Wow, right underneath transformation. Doesn't that say it? And you have, what is that? The Lovers in reverse. Yeah, this could be a relationship thing, Virgo. And Strength card. Wow, you had some big cards here. We'll get down to this in a minute. So I think there's some situations here that are, this very much could be a relationship thing, Virgo. And look, I'm not into the drama and terror. When it comes down to this, I'm just going to clarify it as it is. 7 of Swords in reverse. I think the gig is up, or it's coming up, okay, where you need to recognize what these choices actually were. I'm really seeing this as self-deception as opposed to somebody. I'm not seeing lies. I don't think you've been lied to. I don't think somebody's bullshit you, Virgo. The Sun in reverse, so it goes really directly right diagonally here. It goes from the 7 of Swords in reverse to the Sun in reverse, and that actually goes up to the impossible over there. So something has really, really nailed your happiness. It's messed with your mojo a little bit. With the right in the center, okay, clarifying the transformation in reverse, you got the Sun in reverse and the Devil. Absolutely, it is actions that, this is old, especially with the impossible. Like the fact that the 7 of Swords goes directly to the Sun in reverse and the impossible card. This is a lifelong thing where, honestly, I'm going to say, I got to get this to you straight, is that your happiness, what has been a repeating thing that has screwed your happiness, okay? And it is, wow, look at this. The impossible, the B typically also does represent a lot of things about the impossible. Technically speaking, the bee is not something that actually should be able to fly if you look mechanically how it actually works, the bumblebee. So it has a lot to do with that, and enjoying the sweetness of life, which the hummingbird is something that also represents. But you got what? The same butterfly right on top of here. Exact same butterfly right there, okay? Can't make this stuff up, man. What's been blocking your happiness is something in your life, a lifelong process that has not transformed. So what's coming up right now, especially with this whole Saturn retrograde thing and Mercury retrograde coming up in August, if there's conversations you need to have, something's telling you need to put the ego in the pocket and have an honest conversation with somebody, and a vulnerable one, without trying to win, but truly seeking genuine clarity. And if you actually had love in the picture, it is telling you come from that place of love. I mean, I just got to give you what I get. Strength at the end. If Leo is in your lineup, definitely check it out. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rise, and that'll give you some more. I mean, yeah, you got everything here. You got Gemini. Check that out too. You got Gemini. You got Leo. You got Capricorn. I mean, you got a whole lot of stuff here, man. So I don't like going with the signs, because by the time I get done, I'll mention all the signs. So Your choices have put you in this position of the Five of Cups. There's a choice to look in the negative direction as opposed to the positive direction. Okay, this is and it's specifically choices. Wow, it's don't focus on your weaknesses, focuses on your strength. But what happens here is this is going right underneath the choices. Okay, is the Five of Cups. So what is happening is the choice is to look at the things or go by the things that you feel are a weakness, a place where you're lacking, insecurities, that kind of stuff. So it's letting you know that what you've been doing is coming from the place that is not of strength. And if you go from the Five of Cups right down to the corner, diagonally, strength. You can't make this up, man. Boom, you're coming from a place of lack. Diagonally, the sun, right in the opposite direction with choices and Five of Cups, boom, strength. You've been coming from a place where it is something that's definitely more insecure, something that's not an empowered place. This is just showing you where the Seven of Swords in reverse is just basically showing you where you have been deceiving yourself when it comes to your happiness. And unfortunately, if we come from this place of lack, we will see things, we will see the world through the filter of the wounds that we actually have. And what ends up happening is we end up justifying those wounds because I feel so wounded in my life, whatever, my self-esteem, relationships, whatever. And there ends up being sabotage when it comes to that kind of thing in relationships, intimate, personal, family, whatever it is, you tell me. But really, if you go directly across the bottom, we have Seven of Swords in reverse, we got the Devil, and then the Strength. I mean, this is a major arcana, major life message for you here, Virgo. It's definitely a heavy one that was not expecting, that's for sure. But it's definitely putting you in this place where you need to take a look at some things, okay? There's some patterns here which are definitely ones that are not working for you. And it's asking you to own those ones. And with the Lovers in reverse right underneath the Impossible, I think really what it does, going to the Strength, it definitely is saying to me there's things that you're not seeing, especially with the Owl. Yeah, the Owl says you need to embrace everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. The only way you're going to really process this stuff is if you truly take it all in, you truly listen to it all, you really embrace everything that's going on in your life. And that's the only way you can actually learn from it. That's the only way things can actually teach you something. There is a lot more to do when it comes down to this. But it's stuff that you have not been willing to do. You can't be waiting for the new opportunity to come in. That's what I think really we're doing here is what this is saying is you're waiting for a new opportunity to come in. You're waiting for something to come in to show you, hey, great, I can have this sun that I want. I can have this beautiful happiness. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups, something from the past. This is why I told you that basically, is it the Queen of Cups in reverse? This is the stuff that is unhealed. Something from the past that's unhealed. You can't make this up. It's exactly what I just finished saying to you. So what is this Lovers here? Let this phrase set up or not? The Hermit. Yeah. Something where you felt alone in a situation. Your wishes are not coming true. You hold a star in that lantern. It's definitely a long road that you're on right this moment that you feel something was very unfair. You got 2 6s, but they're in reverse, okay? That means that's exactly what I said. 2 6s in reverse, and you got the Hermit, 6 of Cups, 6 of Coins. You going forward, your future is being stunted because of a lot of the belief systems you have about the past, specifically much more so about love. Give me about the Sun here in reverse. 5 of Cups. You need to turn that around. You need to turn the Sun around. You need to turn the 5 of Cups around. And what else do you have there? The 5 of Cups. Exactly what I just finished saying to you before. You need to turn that around. You need to look at what you do have. Look at your strengths. Look at the beautiful things, the positive things. And the Sun in reverse. Again, wow. You cannot make this up, man. You cannot make this up. That's your freedom. That's your freedom, is the Sun. But it's looking at what you actually do have. Transform the perspective you have on a lot of things, especially when it comes to love. Wheel of Fortune. No, it's the World in reverse. This says you're on the fringe of the wheel. You're following in a bunch of different directions. You're not putting your world about you. You're not making it about you. You're making it about how you are responding to the world around you instead of responding to yourself, making the choices that you need to make. And wow, look at the bottom of the deck. 4 of Wands in reverse. Literally could have been love. It could have been marriage when it comes down to this, okay? Big, huge thing that is affecting your happiness, specifically when it comes to love. So what it is that you're doing, yeah, is you have something you failed to learn. You're still struggling through it, and that's the choice, is to struggle through it instead. That's not the choice. It's the choice that's being made, And I think it's more it's not consciously. This is more of a defensive mode as for a peaceful mode of following the flow. Doesn't mean you're the victim. You follow the flow of what life is presenting to you. That way you can actually listen to it and you're in the groove of things. You're aligned with life, how it's being shown to you. Now you're aligned with the lessons that are for you. And that is aligning with your soul, because nothing here is to take you away from yourself. It's to take you to yourself so you can get everything that truly feeds yourself. And that's what you're looking for. But if you come from the wounds, everything's going to be seen through the filter of those wounds, which only justifies the wound, and it doesn't justify the future that you want. And that's why the future, real love and happiness, this is a definite love read, or just heavy relationship read. You'll always end up lacking, and that's why the sun is in reverse. And you're looking for more than that. Obviously, you're looking for more than that. It's right here. So it's choices that you made, unfortunately, and I think they're vividly clear to you. And something tells me you can rescue it. You can go and have these conversations, whether it's with these people or with somebody else, whatever the case is. But don't divert. I'm really getting this diversion and distraction, especially if this is relationship. This concept of like, well, especially with the relationship, the devil and the Seven of Swords in reverse, that what it is you actually might be doing, something might be replacing. Like, hey, I'm just going to go on a date with, a couple more people, and that way I to see. It really shows me that, see how wanted I am. I don't have to worry about this jerk over here, that kind of thing, right? Something tells me that diversion is happening. It's only going to compound this lack of happiness, the sun in reverse, and this final love that you're getting here. Something from this individuals from the past, the messages from the past, is something that absolutely, and it could be, sorry, that was a King of Cups. Something tells me somebody is just as sad as you when it comes down to this. So I think what needs to be done is the communication that definitely needs to happen. It's going to take strength to do it, but that can change a little bit of everything. I think love is far more right there than you think it is. But it's hard to see because the love that you're compromising is your own from a situation in history that was not your plan, thus following your wounds. So take hold of it, Virgo. Put yourself back in power, and that's going to put you in line with happiness. So, all right. I hope that helps. Take care. Any comments you want, leave them down below. Email me any of your questions. And hey, like, share, subscribe, and we will talk to you soon.